way. So blessed with it, what can I say? Top form staying in shape.
It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And this one features Trevor Lawrence. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Jaguars and the Jets. All that and more coming up next on EA Sports.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Alongside my partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Jet. The punter Logan Cook set to start the proceedings, and we are underway here in Jacksonville. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So here come the Jets to take over. Led at quarterback by a man back to full health in season number 20 now, and his second one in New York, and that's Aaron Rodgers.
And if you go by the numbers, he's had a Pro Bowl-type season, and maybe that's even selling him a little bit short. He's the NFL leader in touchdown passes to this point in the year, and with the end of the season not too far away, he's got his guys playing at a very high level.
The numbers for Williams a week ago: 5 catches, 62 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This year,
rush coming, and he's taken down. Trayvon Walker in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. But just 2 plays in, and Charles already their first sack defensively.
Yeah, how about that? That didn't take long, did it? And now they look at third down, and that's another time to try and go and get the quarterback too.
Under pressure, they got him again. Devin Lloyd providing a little deja vu, back-to-back sacks, and now they're staring at a 4th and long. And here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. On the return is Peterson. A 48-yard punt, 7 on the return. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. So here come the Jaguars to take over for the first time behind Trevor Lawrence, their quarterback in season number 4.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
Second down and a yard.
Hey, run!
Another tote for Etienne. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. 4 yards the pickup, first down. A give running right, Etienne. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Straight ahead, Etienne. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. They'll run with Etienne. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down.
Hey, go, go! Go, go! Hey, kill! Here we go.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Now Rodgers. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. And they'll have great field position here as the ball will be at the 15-yard line. Make it 2 weeks in a row now. He's kind of been Johnny on the spot. A fumble recovered last week, and now 2 in a row.
Reminds me a little bit of an old teammate of mine. We used to call him the Vulture because he would swoop in and clean up after the play was made. But, boy, we said it with a lot of affection because he made a lot of game-changing plays by getting to the football that had been knocked loose.
What was your nickname, by the way?
Can you go get me some water, guy, please? The rest of us are
all right. Too humble. 2nd and 10.
Hey.
Etienne once more. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. But keep in mind, if you're thinking of staying on the ground, this is a top 5 rush defense.
Yeah, but I don't think you shy away totally with the run. At least show them the hint of a run before you decide to throw the football.
Now Lawrence. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's plenty of shouts from this crowd as they watch the replay. They want a challenge, and they're going to get one. And we'll get a moment here as they look this one over.
Yeah, remember now, the call on the field is what they'll stick with unless they have clear video evidence to the contrary.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So not successful there on the challenge, and he'll have to be careful from here on out because he'll only have 1 challenge remaining. And his kick here is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So golden field position there squandered as they can muster only a field goal.
Yeah, you were gifted a first-and-goal situation, but I have to give credit to the defense. They were brought out in a really tough situation, so give them credit for holding them to 3. That's a pretty nice accomplishment.
And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Jets offense and Aaron Rodgers getting set for their next drive. And as you see on the graphic, he's right up there with the best in the league when it comes to throwing touchdowns. Currently 2nd in the NFL at this point of the season. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there, of course, was a lot of talk about this ball game coming into play. 2 division leaders in the AFC. Playoff preview down the line.
Yeah, I think when you talk about the talk about this game coming into play, you're talking about me because I blew up your phone all week prior to this one. I was so excited about this game because to me, it's not out of the realm of possibility that these two teams see each other again down the road. I like this matchup. They match up very well against each other.
This one incomplete and over everybody. Looked like a clear throwaway, but the officials, they're going to say there's a receiver over there in the area, so no flags, and it's third down. Throwing is Rodgers. They'll set up the screen for Hall. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down. 10-0 the score after one on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the second quarter, as they've got it with a fourth down coming up. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on fourth down. A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Jaguars offense and Travis Etienne set to take over once again. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently second in that category. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Absolutely no disguise on that one. They just went for it. Put him out there and said, go deep. Let's try and hit him. Unfortunately, to no avail.
Red on red. Here we go.
Now Lawrence to throw. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. First catch for him. It's good for a dozen. And now following that last play, I do believe we're going to get a review here. Yes, indeed, the red flag is out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. Again, it's Lawrence. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. Second down. The Jaguars at 9-4 now on the year, and they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35.
Holding offense.
He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, Lawrence, nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. And a defensive-minded coach loves to turn up the heat, turns it up there, it pays off.
And back in the good old days, those defensive-minded coaches just talked about intimidating teams, using force, right, beating them to the punch. In this case, they're talking about creating turnovers. That's all they preach, all game long, all practice long, every meeting. Get the football. That's what they want.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for
Neutral zone
jumping.
infraction, defense.
So they don't even need to run a second down play. Give them the first.
And typically when we see this jumping, isn't it
Automatic
usually
first
third
down.
down, fourth down? They got them on second down. I think that's a lack of discipline.
Now Rodgers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
He's got Wilson, and that's a Jets touchdown. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Jets have got it back to within a score. Now Greg Zuerlein on for the extra point. And they're back within a field goal. It's 10-7 now. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And Garrett Wilson capped things off with a touchdown grab. Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Here comes the Jaguars offense as they get set to go again. Last time out, they had the fumble. That led to the touchdown. Not a great look on either side of the ball as the defense gave up the points too, Charles. But they've got to take care of the football and do better here on this possession.
It's certainly been a tough stretch, partner, for both of those units, and they kind of put their defensive mates in a really tough spot there by dropping the ball on the ground. But an easy way to make it up to them, get out there now and get some points on this drive.
Heavy.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, here's Logan Cook to punt for Jacksonville. Back deep for Jacksonville, the dangerous Jamal Agnew. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. New York set to take the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
It's complete to Williams. Fighting his way through contact. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here's Rodgers to throw. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
Well, congratulations to them. They come through defensively with another stop. And let's face it, this secondary, they've gone unchallenged so far in the first half.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Josh Hines-Allen in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Hall want to give up the middle. And he is going to lose yardage here. Well, on that punt, we've got a man shaken up. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and that will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
On second down, Etienne once more.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a third down and 6 to go.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Lawrence will throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Now the Jags will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
Hey, I'm gun.
Here's Lawrence. He'll get this off to Etienne.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be second down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
From the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking long for Thomas. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
They love to try to take advantage of his height, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run it back and try it again, maybe with a little less mustard on the throw.
It's a throw again as Lawrence. And that went to the right side and incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Go. Here we go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So the drive will indeed continue. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. This ball complete. It's Etienne on the crossing line. And he will get this into the end zone for a Jaguar touchdown. Travis Etienne as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars would extend their lead here just before halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Foye Oluokun finding his way to the ball for a stop, a tackle for loss. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here.
The Jaguars in possession of the lead, and they will get the football as we are underway in the second half. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. The Jaguars offense and their running back getting set for this next possession.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
Hey, Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. They're going to hurry back to the line now. On first down, right back to Etienne. Now he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage. Now a 2nd and 10.
Hey, hey.
Play action. It's Lawrence. Now he lets it go deep for Kirk. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
I've got a good friend in football who always talks about predictive history. He's got one of their 2 touchdowns. You can understand why they tried to find him again. Weren't able to connect, but the thought, that was good.
Hey, Lion. Take right, open. 11. Here we go.
Now Lawrence. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Javon Kinlaw tracks him down away in the backfield for a loss of 16. The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. Another drive coming up for New York's offense. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what do we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. Rodgers now to throw. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple rushers break through to drop him for the 7th time this game. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. 42 yards on the punt, just 2 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Red on red.
Etienne up the middle.
And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10.
This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
And that's going to be incomplete.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Rodgers going to throw.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. He's to the 15. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Allen Lazard, 52 yards. And the Jets have cut it back within a score. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
Now after the touchdown, it's Zuerlein. He'll kick it away.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
Their lead down to a field goal now as they start with a 1st and 10.
On red.
Now ETN to start the drive.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
And they'll go again with ETN. They'll get this up to the 47 and brought down there. From the 47 now, they'll work with a 2nd and 7.
Hey, easy, route. Here we go.
Here's a give to ETN. And he'll be brought down right on the 50. A gain of 3.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now in Jacksonville. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 4.
And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Decent 24. Unlock line.
A handoff for ETN.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Well, with the fumble he had earlier, we know how key keeping the football is here. That fumble earlier probably at the forefront of his mind. Just hold on to this thing.
It's also at the forefront of the mind of the guys who are trying to get the ball from him. And since they've seen him drop it on the ground before, they're doing everything possible to have him do it again. They need that turnover.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9.
Lawrence. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
And they'll try and throw for it with Lawrence.
Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley.
And the Jets are right back in this football game.
A critical error.
Tight game in the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
He finds Wilson.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. Down at the 25. from the 25. Here's second down and 7.
Now Rodgers.
This pass complete to Ruckert.
First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and put the down marker back to 1.
And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
They'll run with Hall.
And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
Here now, second and goal.
Throwing now is Rodgers.
They'll set up the screen for Hall.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here.
This crowd doing all they can. Here's third and goal.
Back to throw, Rodgers. And that will be incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Zuerlein's kick is up and through, and we are all tied here in the final stages. So a big kick to get this back to even. Now the worry is, did you leave too much time on the clock? Because another field goal the other way, that does you in.
You're exactly right. You didn't get into overtime yet. So now as a defense, you've got to think to yourself, you can't play prevent defense and just give up big chunks of yardage in front of you. But you also can't let anyone behind you. So you sit right on the line between the two, play the best defense you can, and not make it easy for them.
Here's first and 10.
Smash! Red on red. Here we go.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Now Etienne.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage.
Here now, third down. They'll run. It's Etienne. And he is going to have a Jags first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1. All 3 timeouts still at their disposal. Here's first and 10 now. Here's Lawrence. Oh, look at this. It's intercepted.
Picked off by the linebacker, C.J. Mosley. And a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in the game.
Ball again on 2nd down.
And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play.
On 3rd down, here's Hall.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So they tried to ice him there, but it's fair to say it did not have the intended effect.
And I've known kickers that take it as an affront. And there he says, you think you're going to rattle me? Think again.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
On red. Here we go, sir.
A final shot now for Lawrence.
Now a desperation throw deep downfield. That's caught at the 25. And all the way down to the 22-yard line.
That was a long shot, but they did get one final chance to try to score and overcome this small deficit. No touchdown, though, Charles. And that brings this one